Come here, son, nephew, young man. Let me holler at you. All right, so my guy says he had an argument with his dad. If you got a son, or if you're a man who grew up under your father, you know how these can possibly go. One day you have an explosive argument, nobody wants to give, and nobody's speaking. What, you think I ain't been there too? Yeah, me and my dad had one of these when I was 15. I was playing JV basketball, putting up numbers about 16 points a game. Everything's going good, making straight A's. On the verge of getting called up to varsity a little bit early. One day, me and dad have a knockdown, drag-out argument. Well, I was scared of my dad, so he was arguing. I just kind of sat there and looked. But when he got done, man, I started crying because, I didn't know what else to do. Mom came home, and I'm like, Mom, man, Dad better not ever talk to me like that again. I don't care how big he is. We gonna fight. Getting emotional. And a young man's gonna do that. So for 2 weeks, me and Dad didn't speak. I'm gonna show y'all a picture of my dad one day. He was a cowboy boot wearing, motorcycle riding dude, and he wasn't finna apologize to nobody for nothing. He would come in the house, I would leave. He'd walk in the room, I'd walk out. And my mom, being the ladylike being that she is, she stayed out of it. One day she asked, son, are you and your father speaking yet? And I said no. So one Friday morning, I decided to just swallow my pride and say, hey, Dad, because I love my dad. He was even in front of this little piece of art that I made from him when I was in elementary school that says I love my dad. On Friday nights after my basketball games, Dad would go out and hang out with his friends, and he'd come home at 1:30 on the dot every time. I could hear the door slam, look at the clock, and I knew that was my dad walking in. Excuse me. That Friday night or early Saturday morning, instead of the door slamming at 1:30, we got a phone call. I wake up and look at the clock, and it's 2:30, and I knew it was over with. See, that morning I finally decided to swallow my pride and just say hello to my dad. That was the last time I saw him. That was almost 25 years ago. And you know what? I'd give anything to hear my dad cuss me out one more time. Something, anything. Hello, good morning, cuss words, whatever. I don't have anything from him now. So whatever y'all got going, you do like the Bible says, honor your father. You apologize, he'll speak to you when he gets ready, but you bury that stuff, man, because life is short. You did your part, let it be. And even if he isn't speaking, stop and ask how he's doing, whatever the case may be. And as always, no matter what, never lose the will to win and never lose the will to survive.